This coming Shabbat, we're going to start a new Chumash, new part of the Torah called Bamidbar. In English they call it Numbers because, as we'll elaborate later on, it starts with that Moshe wants to do census of the Jews, and Hashem asked him to do that. Also we call it Bamidbar, which means in the desert, because the pasuk says "Vaydaber on Moshe b'midbar Sinai," so we call it Bamidbar, and it has also a nickname Chumash Pekudim, which means the Pentateuch, the fifth, the Chumash of the census. What is important, we do know that 4 times in the desert in the 4 years Hashem asked Moshe to do counting of the Jewish people. This one has special significance because he didn't tell him to have grand tally of the number of Jews. He asked him that he wants to do each one according to his name, b'mispar shemot. That Yehuda ben Eliezer, Abraham ben Moshe, and this is how we do it. So apparently, there is that Hashem has put significance to a Jewish name, and we will elaborate on that later on. Also, what triggered me to talk about the names and what's in a name is that there are in the Nesi'im, in the princes that supervised the census for their tribes, there are 2 very interesting names. The tribe of Asher, his name is Pag'iel ben Ochran. Pag'iel means that Hashem pagabo, yani he hurt him. Ochran means Ahab called Eliyahu al-Nabi, I believe, Ocher Israel, that he muddy, he create problem. And then of Naphtali, Ahira ben Ainan, my bad brother ben Ainan. So it triggered. I was curious to know what is behind them, and I found that they have really significance. Every name has significance. In fact, the Arizal says that the name of the person is an indication for the essence of his soul. And in Hebrew, neshama means the soul. It includes in it Shem, Nun Shem Mem He. Shem is name, so the name is part of the neshama. And they say that when the father and the mother wants to name a baby boy or a baby girl, they have 1/60th of the nevuah, 1/60th of prophecy. It is a significant spiritual experience that they've experienced to choose a proper name for the baby, and it is with the help of Hashem, of course. As we mentioned, it is a prophecy. So what is really the significance? The people can call name that are really like, for example, Moshe, he called his 2 children Gershon, Kigeraiti Beres Nochliah, Hashem Shani Eliezer, which that Eliezer means that Hashem helped me. So that he put significance on what he experienced. There are names that they are called according to the months of the year. Like, for example, I do know people, their name is Nisan because they are in Nisan. Rahamim in Elul, which means mercifulness. Menachem, when somebody is born in the month of Ab, they call it Menachem Ab. Right after World War II, a lot of people were called Victoire, from victory. And typically the Hebrew name for them is Haim. In fact, I have my brother Victor is born shortly after the end of the war, and this is why my father alayhi salam called him Victor. And not only that, they say that when Adam wanted to call the Behemot, like for example he called Hamor Jahashani, Hamor because he is from Homer. Homer means material. He has only the material things to worry about. Aryeh, on the other side, it has the name of Hashem Yud Keh, and he is the king of the jungle. So everyone has it has, the name does have significance. It's not just like that. And also Abraham, also there is player of also significant meaning. Abraham, ki ab hamon goyim letaticha. He was Abraham when he proselytized about the uniqueness and the oneness of Hashem, and he became Ab Hamon Goyim, that was multitude. He changed his name from Abram to Abraham. Noah, בנוח מסחין בעיני אדוני, זה ינחמנו ומעשבון ידינו, that he will give us Nahat Ruach, that's why he's called Noah. And so the names do have significant difference, it has significant significance. And it is very important to keep, for Jewish people to keep their Jewish names. In fact, they say that when we were redeemed from Egypt, we were redeemed because of 4 virtues that we have. Number 1, they preserved their Hebrew names. They preserved the Hebrew language. They preserved their clothing, which means their culture. And they did chesed with each other, and which is attached to that, they did never divulge secrets of one to the other to the goyim. And I come from Syria, as everyone knows, or many of you know, and we had the same thing, and that's why Hashem redeemed us from us. We knew who was helping people to get out and everything, but no one ever divulged. In fact, people imprisoned by mistake, and they didn't divulge who is really the one who did it. So Hashem, when He sees that, He will give us redemption. And in fact, the redemption of the remnant of the Jews of Syria did happen indeed on Shebai Shel Pesach, the ultimate redemption. I remember when Hacham Hamra was called by President Hafez Assad, the father of the current president, to tell him that this time I am very serious, I'm going to send you out. They took him by car in the holiday. He did not want to go, but he told him it is an order from the president, and he gave him this good news. So it is important. So now we have, unfortunately, some people, they don't, they feel that, like, for example, Paul is nicer than Michael, than Michael, or they feel that Roger is more beautiful than Joseph. And the truth is, nothing can be further from the truth, because we have to remember ourselves by giving and using the Jewish name. Like, for example, I should never use my name Morris, and as much as possible within the Jewish circles I use Moshe, and because this is really my real name. It will remind us that we are who we are, and with that we can preserve our identity. In the Ashkenazi world, sometimes I used to pray with Ashkenazim when I was living in Atlantic City area. It was really interesting that you see people that their name is Michael, you will assume that their name is Michael. When they go to the Sefer Torah, Mishebrach is Joseph, when Avraham, it's completely different. In Sephardim, we are very consistent that if he is Joshua, it means Joshua. If it is Michael, it is Michael, and so on and so forth. I would like to discuss few issues related to the customs of naming. We said that it is very important to give and preserve Jewish names. That the boy, he is named usually during the Milah. This is when it's, except that if he is very sick and people need to pray for him, they can give him name prior to that so they can pray for him. Lo alenu. The girl is named at the first occasion that that there is Sefer Torah that come out, like Monday, Thursday, or Saturday. Although the majority of the time they wait until Shabbat because Berob Hadrat Melech, and they name the girl, and usually it is accompanied with Seudat Mitzvah either on Shabbat or Motzai Shabbat shortly after that. Also in the Sephardim we do name the children after living parents. Like for example, so the first two boys are named after the father of the boy first, and then the father of the girl second, and the first two girls is named after the mother of the father, and then the mother of the mother of the girl. So the first four are taken care of, the first two and two. After that, it is free. The Ashkenazim, however, they don't have this custom at all. In fact, they try as much as possible to not to encourage it at all. When somebody is sick, they change their names from, they add Refael, they add Hai, they add Hayim, and this way, when he is a new person, and then if there was Gezerah on the first one, it doesn't befall on the second one, and Hashem will send him refuah shelema. So what we learn from here is that we should not take naming of a child lightly. We should take it seriously. It is a significant inspiration. The name of the person reflects his essence, and Hashem, he names everything. Even to the star, he has names, and each star has function. Each one of us also on this earth is a function. We said before that Hashem, when he counts us, they say Pekudim. Pekudim means tafkid, means that we have a role, that we are here on a mission in this world, that we have to take advantage of that. So we have to be also cognizant to why we are here on earth, and mainly to do Kiddush Hashem, to elevate the name of God. So with this coming week, right after Shabbat, it doesn't happen very often. Shavuot is coming, so I wish you a very good holiday, meaningful holiday. It is because of this holiday that they say that if it wasn't for that day, there are million Joseph, Harvey Yosef Abashuka, that there are a lot of people that just say what distinguish us from everyone else is Torah, and that's what makes us unique. That we are unique. Happy holiday.